Hello guys, I'm here to teach you how to extend the life of your notebook or laptop battery using software tweaks in Windows 7, as well as some tips on the hardware preventive maintenance to extend even more the battery life cycle. But note, I discussed this topic using Windows 7 because I'm using the system myself, although some of the software topics can apply to Windows Vista and other Windows operating system. But most of the hardware tips I will discuss and I will talk about can apply to all notebooks or laptops irregardless of the operating system. Okay, let's go there. As you may know, Windows 7 has 3 power plan options. Let's open the power options here. First is the balance power option. Second is the high performance. The third one is the power saver plan option. Let's discuss each and every one and the advantages they offer. First, let me discuss the power saver plan. If this is selected, the screen will be dimmed, the processor or the CPU is slowed down, and the unnecessary services are halted to help the battery last longer. This option is ideal if you're operating on battery mode alone. I would recommend that you choose this whenever you don't have the power supply adapter attached to your notebook. Meanwhile, the high performance option does the extreme opposite and allows all components to do their maximum operation irregardless of power usage, meaning all the USB ports, HDMI ports, LAN ports, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth components are always on. Please note that all these components are draining power whenever you use them or not. This mode can be ideal if your notebook or if your power supply adapter is hooked up to your notebook. But for most users, they prefer the balanced power plan, which is recommended by the system. This option uses the processor power as much as necessary, but reducing to low level when it's not being used. But wait, do you know that you can create your own custom power plan option? All you have to do is click that power option there. This one here, the link that says create a power plan. Choose your own power plan. Let's say, for example, on mobile. So I'm gonna do power saver, which I'm on mobile. Hit next, and then there's like a bunch of other settings here. Let's say, for example, when I'm on battery, I will dim the display every 5 minutes, turn off the display every, let's say, 15 minutes, put the power to sleep, let's say 20 minutes, and then the brightness, you can set it up to like at this level, about 20, this is 50, about 25%. When I'm on mobile too, let's say I'll be using the AC adapter. It doesn't matter for me whether, dim whenever I'm like 15 minutes, turn off the display every 20 minutes, and put the computer to sleep 1 hour. The reason why you also have to dim the display or turn off the display is to prolong the lifespan of your LCD or LED screen. That helps. Okay, hit create. I'm not sure if you noticed it, but my display dimmed on my end because I chose my own customized power plan, which I set the display to about 25% brightness. So we're gonna do some more tweaking. You can further change the parameter or tweak some settings. Let's go there. Earlier it was the default setting was balance. Since I already created my own custom power plan, I choose that. Hit this change plan settings here, and then there's a link below here that says change advanced power settings. Choose that. I'm going to teach you some more tips on how to even maximize the usage of your battery. Like for instance, if you're listening to the music while operating on battery, there's a section here that says power buttons and lid or cover. The lid is close, lid close action. That means on battery, like for instance, if you close the cover of your notebook or the lid of your notebook, what happens to the system? The default says it's going to go to sleep, but you can set it to do nothing. Again, if you're listening to the music, when you close the lid, it just don't do nothing here. I mean, just do nothing, and then you can still listen to the music. Hit OK, and now, for instance, if you're not connected to the internet, you can set the power. You can disable. Actually, don't set it here. You can disable the wireless connection by simply turning off the wireless adapter. There is a button. Some may have like F2 or function F2, or it depends on your computer, but on my end it says F2, so I'm going to switch off my wireless connection, because every time, even if you don't use the internet, the wireless card consumes power. So that's another thing. And there may be other settings that you want to customize here as well. You just go ahead and just play around with it, and then once you're done with your desired settings, just click apply, and then that's it. Furthermore, there's some services and startup programs that you may not need, so we can also disable that. To do that, we can go to control panel. I'm sorry, we can go type msconfig in the search box and hit enter. There are two tabs that you can disable some services that are not needed, like the services tab and the startup tab. Let's do the startup first. Like for instance, when I start up the machine, these programs are loading and they run in the background. You might not need those, and they're still consuming power. Like for instance, Acronis True Image, I don't need that. I only need Acronis if I do a clone or backup. I don't need this O&O disk image, which is also a program I use for my backup. I always use Dropbox, Amazon Cloud, I also use that. What else? AVG internet security, I use that to monitor whenever I'm connected to the internet. This Pinnacle is the one I'm using for my movie maker. ArcSoft is for digital photography. Arc Monitor, I also don't need that. And then hit apply. Okay, now let's do it again. In the services section, there's some components that run the background. These are small programs that although they consume small amount of power, but they are incremental because that's more of them. So what you can do is click this hide all Microsoft services that run in the background. Don't worry, you're not gonna lose the program you're operating on. And then as soon as you check that, you can also disable some programs that you don't need. Like for instance, Mozilla, I don't need that. This image, I don't need that. Earlier, TeamViewer, I don't need this unless I'm connected to another remote computer. What else? This one, Acronis, I don't need Acronis. ArcSoft, I don't need that. And then hit enter and hit apply. Okay, these are a bit this may need some technical knowledge, but I'm just showing you that this option I'm doing right now can save you more juice for your battery. Okay, there's still some more that we can tweak, guys, and this may sound trivial, but I would highly recommend that you clean up your computer so that your processing would run faster. The more your machine processes well, the more efficient the power consumption is. So I would highly recommend two softwares that are free. One is, I know most of you are using this one, which is the Ccleaner. Check this out, guys, at www.ccleaner.com. You can download that. Also, you can check out Defragler. Defragler is a freeware that you can download from filehippo.com. It's one of the best I can defragmenting software that I can recommend to you, because this can defrag specific files and folders, unlike the regular defragmenting tool used in Windows. The default defragmenting tool defrags the whole computer, while this particular software has the option to defrag just a folder. So check this out, guys. Again, the Defragler and the Ccleaner, you're going to need that.